March 16th, 1968, the finals of the Iowa Girls High School Basketball Tournament. And what a battle it promises to be. They're calling it the Dream Game because it brings together not only the teams ranked number 1 and number 2 in the state all season, but also the 2 greatest scorers in tournament history.
Jeanette Olson and her Everly Cattle Feeders won the state title 2 years earlier. This was the first ever trip to the state tournament for the Union-Whitten Cobras.
My only goal was to get to the state tournament because of all the anguish in years ahead when we missed it, you know, let it slip by.
They did call us the Cinderella team, and it was kind of like that. It was a fairy tale come true.
The Cobras, ranked number 2 in Iowa all year, have rolled roughshod over every tournament opponent so far, averaging more than 100 points a game. Denise Long is the girl who has electrified this tournament like no other player in its 42-year history.
Denise lived and breathed basketball from the beginning. I mean, she was always at the park shooting baskets or scrimmaging somebody, and that's why today it's called Denise Long Park, because she practically lived down there.
Yeah. I did practice at least 4 hours a day. Sometimes I would get up and detassel, and then even after detasseling corn, I'd go out and practice. I don't know, I just kind of wanted to be the best basketball player that
you could be.
I could be and knew about or whatever, you know. Debbie was the level-headed one. I was the nervous one. Cindy was the zany Jim Carrey type one, and Pam was the sweet one. And Elaine was the devoted one.
Yes, there you go. We were all there for each other. Not that we had all of our woes and all this kind of stuff, because that's one thing Mr. Eckerman always said, leave your home at home, and when you're on the basketball court, that's basketball. And when you're with a team, that's your basketball.
As the Everly guards tried to contain Denise Long by double and triple teaming her, Denise's cousin Cindy stepped up and knocked down key shots.
I really didn't think about it. I just thought, well, gosh, somebody's got to do something, so I just started shooting.
For sure, she'd look to the left and she'd no oncoming traffic there. No oncoming traffic there.
Yeah, and I just looked at Denise and I thought.
I don't think that we ever felt like anybody was any better or we were just such a team together.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
And I mean, we were just so fortunate to get to play on this team.
I knew it was going to be a big game. I did not know at that time that would have the magnitude it did.
Sports writer Ron Malley worked at the Des Moines Register for 40 years and was assigned to cover the 1968 championship game.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, it was the best 6-on-6 girls basketball game ever played in Iowa, and I can't believe there are too many that were any better than that around the country. It was a tremendous game and just a tremendous show at the auditorium.
I think that all the exuberance and the hoopla over our game really did change the face of girls basketball, because up until then, not very many of the larger schools had organized girls sports. And after that, it seemed like they all started having it, and of course, even in other states besides Iowa, girls basketball just got big after that. And I think we were very instrumental in that. I mean, we had our pictures in Sports Illustrated, and it was a big deal. Yeah. It was a really big deal that girls could be that kind of an athlete, and they all wanted to try it.
I really think that it was the greatest game in girls basketball history for the state of Iowa. And I think that foul that Mary Hamill made at the half-court line helped make it the greatest game in girls basketball history.
Because it went into overtime.
Because it went in overtime. And
look at those gals out there. The Union-Whitten crowd is going crazy, and you can't tell the winners from the losers because they're all crying.
Union-Whitten outlasted Everly in the overtime and won 113-107, the most combined points in a girls' championship game in Iowa history.
And from the bench, with all of us there, you know, we're seeing this unravel in front of us, and it was just amazing. It was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, you know, this is happening, this is happening, this is truly happening, you know.
It was just a sensational event. It was more than a game, it was an event, and people are still talking about it, and Denise Long is still a famous person.
Long's career didn't end in high school. She was the first woman drafted into the NBA by what was then the San Francisco Warriors. But she had already achieved the only basketball goal she really had, to win a state title.
It was okay playing out there, but it wasn't like playing in high school.
No.
It wasn't the same as playing with these guys, you know.
I feel like, you know, when we won, it was an honor, a privilege.
Yes.
And it was so wonderful. Then we get, you know, caught up in our married lives and our children. And then all of a sudden it's 50 years and we're being talked about again. And it's just like, we just can't believe it, how exciting this is. It's just a blessing, the whole thing, 50 years of wonderfulness.